Welcome back, pirates. Chicken Rib here, and I have another tale from the Sea of Thieves. My crewman and I spotted a Reaper ship at a Fort of Fortune. Normally, we would sail over and talk, but we decided to go for a different plan this time to see what happens. Unfortunately, the audio from this was a little messed up, so I'll be reading from the lore book more than usual. I hope you enjoy our adventure. When we saw the Reaper at the Fort of Fortune, we knew we had to steal from them somehow. After sailing around and talking, my crewman and I formed a plan to steal as much as possible. We decided to gather kegs from nearby forts and islands, and we even got a mega keg from a captain. Our plan was something we never attempted before, a keg trap at Reapers Hideout. We collected the kegs and started sailing towards Snake Island, nearby where my favorite rock is located. Love this rock because you can hide your ship from any direction effectively, and it's fairly central on the map. We sailed our ship into position and prepared to row our explosives to Reapers Hideout. For this trap, we collected 9 regular kegs and 1 stronghold keg. We were a floating explosive platform, rowing our way through the ocean. Any shark bite or siren could take us down. When we arrived at Reapers in the manner that we suspected the other crew to approach, near the loot unloading spot, I searched for potential locations to hide the kegs on our approach. While sailing around gathering kegs, we made plans to use them here in the spot. The plan was to hide the stronghold keg near the spot and place smaller kegs around it. This would handle the ship and start a chain reaction. The smaller kegs would lead into the hideout, taking out any players trying to sell loot. It took us a minute, but we found the perfect spot for the mega keg, tucked into some rocks where no one would see it. We would also have 1 keg act as our trigger. The kegs were planted, hidden well enough for unsuspecting pirates. It was now time to wait until the Reaper ship approached. Waiting for what seemed like an eternity, we were eager to see anything on the horizon. Since our ship wasn't nearby, we couldn't reference the map. We just had to wait and hope the Reaper would eventually come. Finally, I saw their sails on the horizon. A galleon with full wind headed in our direction. I saw the emissary flag too. It was long, and it had to be them. They approached the island from the southwest, just like we thought they would. On their approach, they pulled their sails and eased into the spot, into my trap. They had no idea what was about to happen. I saw some pirates up at the front of the ship with the treasure and knew it was time. I jumped from my tuck and activated the trigger, getting rared in the process. Pirates and their ship went up in a blaze as the kegs activated each other. All the pirates died and their ship was hurting. We had to get to the galleon and secure the sink. In a rush, I started loot sprinting the keg, which ended in me blowing up with it. The galleon was going down fast though, and we needed our ship. I spawned back on our ship and set course for Reaper's Hideout with haste. Our ship hiding spot was close, and that allowed me to get back to Reapers fairly quickly. I approached from the same angle as before, coming to scoop up their treasure. My crewman was still battling the galleon crew as well. I helped dispatch the pirates, and we got back to work collecting the treasure. There was no way we could sell all this treasure at Reapers before the galleon crew got back. We'd have to take it and run. Unfortunately, as the fighting was happening, one of the galleon crewmen sold their chest of legends. Since I couldn't have the chest of legends, I wanted everything else. We scooped up the treasure and got on our way. By the time we were done, the galleon crew was already upon us. We dropped our sails and ran with the loot. We were hoping to lose the galleon crew and escape. We sailed southwest into some heavy fog towards Plunder Valley. The fog was thicker than I remembered, and it would serve us well. To be safe, we extinguished our lanterns. The fog was so thick, we couldn't even see through it, and we ran into a couple rocks on the way. Thinking about selling, we could have sailed to Plunder Outpost, but that would be too obvious, too close, and we needed time to sell. The fog was thick, and we had an opportunity to get away. Instead, we sailed further west towards Plunder Valley. We wanted to throw off the galleon crew, lose them in the fog. We didn't see the galleon, but we knew they could be right behind us. By using the islands and the rocks, we sailed by Plunder Valley, cutting off their vision. At this point, they must have thought we went to Plunder Outpost, as they were nowhere to be seen. You can never count out pirates in the Sea of Thieves, though. They're always scheming for treasure. We wanted to secure this hoard, so we played it safe. We sailed all the way around Mermaid's Hideaway as well. Again, there was no sign of the galleon. Confident that we had lost the other crew, we headed towards Sanctuary Outpost to sell at Sovereign's. We had gone through the loot already. There was a hoard of treasure. I know they completed the Fort of Fortune and some ghost event. There was quite a bit of ghost loot, but was it a haunting or the Burning Blade fleet? Luckily, I grabbed their logbook as well, and we could look at it a bit later. We continued on to sell the treasure, and there was a ton, a proper hoard. It took some time to sell, but nobody bothered us, and we didn't see the galleon crew again. From this play, we made over 300,000 gold. Now, I told you I grabbed their logbook. One of the things I love about Sea of Thieves is piecing together the stories other pirates are experiencing. The galleon was the Warmaker's Woe, a seasoned ship that's made over 3 million gold. The ship had an infamous crew as well. They've made over 18 million gold in their time. Before they met their demise, these pirates sailed around the sea, gathering supplies for their adventure. They stopped at Sharkfin Camp to complete the Fort of Fortune. From there, they gathered their loot, continued on their adventure, stopping at a few islands before running into the Burning Blade fleet. The crew of the Warmaker's Woe had quite the adventure. They gathered a hoard of treasure, and now it was all mine.